All right, today we're going to dive into a really profound metaphor for life, and it comes from the work of the philosopher Konstantin Raudive. It's a simple idea, but trust me, it has some huge implications. Just ask yourself this: what if our time here on Earth is just a quick stop on a much, much longer journey? Okay, this quote right here, this is the core of everything we're about to unpack. It really nails this fundamental human confusion, that feeling that we've kind of lost the plot, you know? Like we're mistaking the scenery for the story itself. So, to really get a handle on this whole metaphor, we've got to first define the two most important places in it: the station and the road. So, first up is the station. In Raudivide's metaphor, our life on Earth isn't the whole story, not even close. It's just a temporary stopover. Think of it like a service station on a massive highway. It's a place you visit to refuel, not a place you plan to live forever. It's just one single point on a timeline that is way, way bigger than we can imagine. And then you have the road. This is the other half of the whole thing. The road is the grand journey of our existence, of our consciousness. It's the path we were on long before we pulled into the station, and, this is the important part, it's the path we're going to get back on long after we've left. All right, so this brings us to the central problem, right? What happens to us while we're just hanging out at this cosmic service station? Well, the big issue that Raudive points out is that we develop this kind of collective amnesia. We get so completely absorbed by life at the station that we forget we're just passing through. We start to believe that this little stop is the final destination. And here's where the mix-up gets really specific. See, the station is meant to offer support for our journey, but we mistake it for the destination. It's full of distractions to pass the time, but we start treating them as our life's purpose. And all the constant noise, we start confusing all that chaos with actual real knowledge. So you gotta ask, right? What happens when an entire population forgets that they're just temporary visitors? What are the real-world consequences when we get this so fundamentally wrong? According to Raudive, this forgetfulness leads directly to us, well, trashing the place. I mean, think about it. If you don't believe anyone is coming after you, why would you bother to keep the place clean? This mindset, he says, is what leads to pollution, to overconsumption, and to this total failure to preserve the station for the travelers who are coming next. We stop seeing it as this sacred place of learning and start treating it like it's disposable. Okay, so if the station isn't our final home, then what is its purpose? What are we actually supposed to be doing here? And that brings us to maybe the most important question in this whole metaphor. If life on Earth is just a pit stop, it has to have a point, right? It can't just be some random, meaningless delay in our journey. And Rowdy's answer is that the station isn't a trap. It's a facility, a rest stop with a purpose. He says it's designed for three specific things. 1, to help us regain our strength. 2, to prepare for the continuation of the journey. And 3, and this one is really interesting, to study what is inevitable. In other words, to get a better handle on the nature of the road itself. But here's the thing. Instead of using our time here to prepare, Raudive says most of us get lost in the station's bar. We become numbed, intoxicated by all the distractions. And the result? When it's finally time to get back on the road, we've completely forgotten where we were even going in the first place. Now, this is a pretty radical idea. Raudive suggests that our greatest achievements, our science, our research, they should all be reoriented. Their main goal shouldn't just be about making life at the station more comfortable, but about helping us, the travelers, understand and navigate our true, much longer journey. And this is where the metaphor stops being some abstract philosophical concept and becomes deeply personal. It's where it turns into a direct question for you. So the text is really asking you to think about this. Does this idea resonate with you? Have you ever had that nagging feeling that there's got to be more to life than just the day-to-day buzz of the station? Well, according to Rowdy, that feeling, that's the beginning of waking up. And let's be clear, this metaphor isn't really for everybody. It's more like an invitation. It's for those of you who already suspect that behind the curtain of all the appearances, the noise, and the constant rush, there's a deeper reality, a much greater purpose just waiting to be remembered. And this all builds to a final, really powerful image. Understanding this metaphor isn't just about learning a new concept. It's like someone hands you a mirror in a pitch-black room. And for the first time, you might just catch a glimpse of your true self, not as a resident of the station, but as a traveler on the road. And here's the big takeaway. The very act of recognizing miss, of seeing that flicker of light in the mirror, that is the beginning. It means you've started to remember. It means that for you, the journey has already begun again.
Which leaves only one question, really. Where does your road lead from here?